when meeting someone for the first time, we'll go back to the first date phases for you too, Jo, in case you want to weigh in on this.
Yeah.
How soon do you show your true self to someone? I feel like a lot of people have different barriers or masks up about who we are. I certainly have on dates. Is it in your interest to hide your true self early on in a dating relationship of any sort early on? Or is it better to come out with like a very authentic, this is me early? I'm curious.
I think coming out with that from the gate is going to be it's going to equate to the most longevity, I'll say. But what's funny is when I made my dating profiles recently, I was like talking to one of my employees, he's like 22 or something. I was just like, is this how you do it nowadays? And he's just like, take off your height, take off that you're a social drinker, take off that you're a social smoker. I was like, why? And they're like, one, no one's gonna believe that you're actually 6 foot, and then like two, like you're not gonna get matches because you socially smoke or socially drink or something like that. And I was like,
Oh.
but I do
Yeah.
those. I am. Like, you know. So it's really interesting. So for me, I'd rather just be like, here's my stuff. If you're not believing some of this, or if this is like a filter for you, then that's awesome.
You'd rather know earlier.
Yeah, that's awesome for me. So
I think it really depends. I could make the argument for there being some benefit in hiding. I want to put true self in like quotes. I think it's more like levels, like allowing someone to know you at different levels. But I know for me, like I find it super attractive if someone's like, here's all my shit, right? Like not in like a toxic or a bad way, but like here's what I've been through. Here's who I actually am. Here's what I'm looking for.
First date though?
Yeah. For me,
well, usually there's
like I like
usually
deep,
with
real
the apps
conversations.
though, there's like a lot of messaging before, at least in my experience. There was like days and weeks of like talking to getting to know this person before the first date.
See, that's an interesting thing, Jo. I want to come back to that after we're done with this.
Yeah, I know that like, and I imagine it's going to be different for everybody, but for me that was very attractive, because that's the kind of person that like if someone leads with that, I will meet that. Like if you lead with who you really are, like it opens the door for me to be able to do that as well.
Would you lead with that?
Yeah, I have. Like it's challenging, but I think it depends again on what you're looking for. Like when I was looking for an actual connection, like when I was considering maybe I do want a long-term relationship again, like you start kind of answering those kind of questions, want to know who someone is on a deeper level and like what you might be dealing with. I'd rather know like at the start what kind of, I don't want to say issues, but like what someone's challenges might be. Like, do I have the resources to meet that and to be able to deal with that? So I do think there's a lot of benefit in sort of a slow progression. But for me personally,
I feel like you certainly save both parties a lot of time.
Yeah.
And weed out. I mean, like, I'm sure that it'll end the dating courtship process faster in some cases.
Yeah.
But that's probably a good thing. I feel like wasting time is something that I've definitely done in relationships and dating where I didn't need to be.